shot up. That is in. Burns the win. Have room to run. Also, this is champion. Toronto, Henry, both there. Henry is long running down. Walnut Grove.
First few days of camp, and then we'll get to questions.
Yeah, so I'm excited about this year. Obviously, I think we have the best O-line we've had since we've been here. We got a lot of depth there. Right now, the thing is going to be trying to figure out who the best 5 guys are. We have some really good tackles. Christian Loaiza, who was a freshman last year, he redshirted for us. He probably came out as kind of our top guy. He did a really good job in spring, and he's looked really good so far this camp. Another kid who we really haven't practiced yet because he's kind of been out with a hamstring, but Eric, our transfer from Ole Miss, he should be getting back going. I think maybe today or tomorrow. He's been going through some individual. He had a little hamstring pull during the summer, but you know we have really good tackles, and we might need to figure out which one of them might need to move into guard. As far as the other guard position, right now, Mark has been doing a really good job. In the first couple days, he's really taken the coaching we've had for him. He's always played a little bit the last couple of years, and this year he looks really strong. He's done a really good job. He knows what he's doing. And then our center position, Hudson's done a really good job. He's a smart kid. He wants to be good. He does everything you tell him to do. He's a really tough kid. I think we're going to be a lot more physical up front. Obviously, we should be able to really run the ball with that O-line. They're going to be a lot bigger than we've been. Our pocket should be a lot better because we'll have bigger guys in there. Our center's a lot bigger and more athletic. Our guards are going to be more physical. So I've been really pleased with how our pocket has been without practice. We're not getting as much pressure interior, right? Guys getting pushed into the quarterback, so that's been a lot better. Our running back group is probably one of the biggest strengths of our offense. Obviously, we have Jacardier Wright coming back, who is a complete all-around running back. He can do it all. He's big, fast, physical. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. And I'm expecting him to have a great year. And then we have Selden Manning coming back, who's always done really good things for us. You know, he had to play as a true freshman. He's had a couple injuries throughout the way, but he's healthy right now and he's looking good. We do a lot of things with him out of the backfield. He catches the ball well. He's fast. And then the 2 guys we brought in, I'm really excited about. Jakari Moses and Jaden Becks. They're both fast, explosive guys. We're probably going to build a package where we just get those 2 in the game together because they're explosive. There's a lot of things we can do with them. And then we still have Connor Lair, who has done a really good job for us. He's a local kid. He played linebacker when he first came here. We moved him back to running back in the spring. And he's going to be a guy we can do different things with. We can use him at running back. He can do some things at fullback for us. He's an athletic kid. Sorry, there's a bug on my face. So I'm really excited about our running back group. We should be able to really run the ball, and especially with our tight ends. Gary Clinton has been looking really good. You know, we missed him last year. You know, and right at this time last year, we were thinking we were going to have a really good tight end group. And then in the matter of a week, Gary goes down and Stetson goes down, and we had to play a freshman, who Lance. He's done a really good job. I mean, our tight end group is really good. They not only run blocking, but they can really catch the ball. And then our wide receiver group, obviously there's going to be some new guys out there, right? Ty Scott's not here anymore. So the Z position, right now we got Devontae Key and Jamoria Robinson. Jamoria is a young guy. He redshirted last year. He's down from Florida. He's fast. He's been really working hard. Devontae Key's been with us for a while, and he's got great speed. He just got to be consistent catching the ball. That's his biggest thing, is his consistency. And then as far as our W position, Raylan Sharp has looked really good. He's fast. He can get in and out of breaks. He knows how to work the middle of the field. I'm really excited about Raylan. And then also Hunter Wood, who plays multiple positions for us. Hunter's kind of like our guy. He knows the whole offense. We can put him in anywhere. He's had a really good spring for us. I expect Hunter to have a great year for us. And then at our X position, we got T.O., who didn't really get to go through spring ball because he had a hamstring issue, but he's looked really good. And then Craig Burt, who transferred in from Western Kentucky. He's got it all. He's tall, he's athletic, he's strong, but what I really like about him is his ability to run after the catch. It's something that surprised us, is how well he can run after the catch and how well he gets in and out of breaks. We'll be able to do some things with him to take advantage of his size. And then, the quarterback position, I'm sure everybody wants to know who the starter is going to be. I can't tell you that right now, but what I can tell you is Jacob Clark, he's done a really good job so far. He's running mostly with the ones right now. Now we do rotate him in. Jordan Pichot is kind of right behind him right now. Jordan's a kid who's got a really good arm. His thing is just consistency, in his technique. When he gets kind of off balance or he's not in line, that's when he'll miss some throws. So he's done a lot better job learning the offense, though, Jordan has. And then Chase Brewster is a kid we brought in from UMass. He's a tall, strong kid. He's got a really strong arm. And what I've liked from him so far is he's really intelligent. He wants to know the offense. He wanted to come here because of the offense we run. He wants to be able to throw the ball, and I'm excited about him. The future is bright there. And then I heard Ryan talking about Cole. Cole is our local guy, and he's a really athletic kid. He throws the ball really well. He just got to learn how to play the position. In high school for him, they were an empty every play. All he did was basically get the ball and just stand there. So he didn't really know how to drop, call plays in the huddle, or even sometimes know how to hand the ball off in certain ways. So he's got a lot of learning of how to play the quarterback position. But like when we go out there and we have our big skill group, which is normally quarterbacks, running backs, tight ends, and they're running, he's always out in front. So he's a really athletic kid, and I'm excited to see how he keeps continuing to grow. And then that's kind of every position group there. I'll kind of open it up for questions.
How have you made this offense kind of your own? Have you ever called plays before, anywhere you've been?
Not like during games,
Okay.
but like, I'd always call plays, spring ball and practice and stuff like that,
And so how's this move been for you? The offense seems to be yours now.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a very similar offense. It's the same system. We are adding our own little wrinkles to it, trying to find things that we can add to it and expand on. Obviously, I think everything has to always be built around who your quarterback is and what he does well, and then also your personnel. Like we have really good tight ends, we should be able to run the ball, and then we should be able to take shots down the field, and then be able to find ways in there to take shots and special plays and stuff like that. But it's pretty much going to be the same, similar offense that you guys have seen. There might be a little wrinkles here or there, but as far as the base of it, there's not much that's going to change there.
Just talking to Ryan previously, he said this is kind of something you've been waiting to do your entire life, just kind of have this moment to make it yours. Just now that it's here, just what's the kind of, how has that changed for you, and how much fun have you been having doing it?
Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. I can't wait till we go out there and play Kansas. And yeah, it's definitely something I've grown up my whole life wanting to do. I've been around the game my whole life. When I was out there young, I'd be at every practice, even when I was in first grade. So it's something I've always wanted to do, excited about it, and I think we're going to be really, really good.
You talked about the offensive line, right? Trying to fill some holes here and there, but more athletic, a little bigger, a little stronger.
Good.
How better is that, or how much better is that for the running game this year with all the different things you want to do?
Yeah, we should be able to move people. We're going to have really big physical tackles, and then some really big guards, and they're strong. We're going to be a lot more athletic, and they will be a lot tougher up front. And so we should be able to get guys out on the edge, be able to pull our guards and pull our tackles, and they run really well. They're really athletic, so be able to get the ball out on the edge and use our speed at running back. But yeah, it's going to be a different looking O-line. The last 2 years we kind of had some smaller guards, and they were able to get pushed back in the pocket. So we should have a lot more time to throw the ball. And what was kind of tough the last couple of years is you're always kind of scared to call play actions, right? Plays that take longer to develop, and when you have an O-line where you're worried about the protection, it's hard to call those plays all the time. So with this O-line, we should be able to, take advantage of the whole playbook, and we should be able to throw the ball and use those play actions, and I'm excited about it. We just got to figure out who those top 5 guys are and where exactly we want them at.
How important is it to get whoever your starting quarterback is up to speed as quickly as possible, since teams are going to see film and they'll start stacking boxes and forcing you guys to try to beat them through the air?
Yeah, what helps is that as far as Jacob and Jordan, they've already been here for a full year. So they were both here last year, so they went through the offense. They went through multiple installs. So they know the offense really well, especially Jacob. He's a really smart, bright kid. I mean, you tell him something one time, he gets it, and he understands it. And so that's definitely helped them out a lot. Now, a kid like Chase, he's coming in, he's new. He's done a really good job. I mean, what helps him is his intelligence. He's a really smart kid, and he's played the game, and he really likes our offense. He likes what we do. But yeah, I mean, it comes with experience. Some of these guys haven't played for a couple of years, and it's always hard. You're in practice, and it's always hard to know how a quarterback's going to react to those types of situations the first time they get hit. Like Jacob probably hasn't been hit in 3 years. So you're always talking about, all right, in this scrimmage, should we go live? Should we go live? What if he gets hurt? It's always a hard thing that you have to talk about, but it's something we might have to maybe do just to see how they react. And because first time you get hit, you haven't been hit in a while, and you got to see how they're going to take it. And because I've had quarterbacks before in the past who they couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle that pressure. They couldn't handle getting hit. So it's something we're going to have to find out, and hopefully we can find it out quick.
You want to build your offense around the quarterback. It's a different style of quarterback. Whichever one of those 3 than a Jason Shelley who can scramble it around. That's going to make it look a little different, I would think, to the eyes.
Yeah, it'll be a little different. There might not be as much quarterback, read type stuff. But that's why we have great running backs and tight ends and great O-line. But we still will do some of that stuff. I mean, Jacob, he's a sneaky fast. I mean, when he gets running straight ahead, he can go. I don't know how well he'll do making guys miss like Jason used to be able to do. But he's sneaky fast. He can run. And he's a willing runner. He showed that in practice, and we've done some stuff with him, some triple option type stuff, and he does really well with it. He reads it well. He knows how to use ball fakes, and like I said, when he gets running straight ahead, he's pretty fast. And then, you might have to find ways to build in stuff with certain guys that can do stuff like that. Like an athlete like maybe Raylan Sharp, find ways where we can get him possibly to run his own read or what we call quarterback power read or something like that, where you got to find situations to deal, because that stuff really works well, especially against pressure. So. Yeah, there's going to be a little different. There might not be as much as some things we did with Jason, but there still would be aspects of it in the offense, yeah.
Nick, you mentioned calling plays in spring games and things like that. How excited are you to do that week to week on Saturdays?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I mean, throughout all the games last year, we'd always be talking with each other, and obviously you're always seeing stuff out there, but while you're out on the game, you're always thinking about what would I call it here, what would I do here, and I'm excited about it. I can't wait for it. That's the type of stuff I love, right? Is to when you can say I mentally beat this guy, when you outsmart people, that's the type of stuff I love, and I can't wait to do it.
A lot of coaches try to figure out different ways to make the mundane fun. Right? You guys are going through a lot of different things. Mm-hmm. What are some ways that you are challenging your guys, but yet being able to have some levity with it at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, you always got to find ways to do stuff like that. We're trying to have some more like group meetings and get our guys together, like meet together as a whole offense. That's kind of one of the biggest things is how you bring your team together. How do you get them to care for each other, love each other, and want to play for each other. So, we've done some stuff like that. We've had more group meetings. Obviously, last night, Brian does a great job with it too. Last night at our walkthrough, we had a little competition to see who on offense could maybe make a field goal, and just stuff like that, and they enjoyed it. You know, and just, there was stuff throughout the summer where we got together, you know, we have guys over for dinner and stuff like that. And, you know, right now, when you get into camp, it's more football related, you're more focused. I mean, the schedule, you're going all day. I mean, you're out at practice, and then you're in a meeting, and then you go eat, and then you're in another meeting, and then you go eat, and then another meeting. So, I mean, it's all day. But definitely, we did a lot of stuff during the summer. And then, you know, when you get guys in that are new, you got to find ways to blend them in with everybody. And I think our offense, I think everybody gets along really well. I think, you know, I just know from my quarterback group, they all really like each other, you know. And that's what's hard sometimes, because with especially that position, you know, one guy plays. And, you know, sometimes it can be tricky because one guy might be frustrated. But right now it seems like we have a really good group of kids. They all like each other. They all get along. So I'm excited about it.
Much communication you have with your dad, just sharing ideas and everything still?
Yep.
And how much is he still coaching you from afar?
Yeah, I talk to him almost every day. You know, something he does a lot with me is he'll send me pictures or videos of plays that they've done, or stuff that he finds. And, you know, he's helped me out a lot. You know, obviously, growing up with him, and, you know, we've worked together for a while. But yeah, I still talk to him about it every day. And he's excited about down there. He says they've been doing well. But yeah, he helps me out a lot. He sends me stuff all the time. And obviously, when certain situations come up, I always, you know, can call him and ask him, hey, what would you do against this look? Or what would you do against this front or coverage? Or what do you think here? And it's great to be able to have that source of knowledge. It really helps me out a lot. So yeah, I talk to him every day.
How much have you learned from him, not just X's and O's, but about commanding a room? Because when you step up to the coordinator position, now you've got to motivate, communicate with everybody on offense, and not everybody is ready for that. How much of a help has that been being around your dad?
Oh, it's been a huge help, you know, to watch him throughout the years, lead team meetings, lead position meetings, and other things like that. You know, a lot of people tell me all the time, when I talk, I sound just like my dad. So, I mean, everything I do, I've gotten from him. You know, everything I've learned, I've gotten from him. So, but yeah, I mean, it's all been all throughout my life, seeing how he runs things and how he operates. You know, I do a lot of the same stuff. You know, and a lot of his beliefs are my beliefs. You know, the way I believe we should work, how hard we work. You know, our tempo in practice, everything like that. I've obviously gotten from him. So. But yeah, it's an experience learning it now, and you know, obviously I have some of my own beliefs with how we treat guys and stuff like that, and I think it's been good. I'm excited about the group we have, and they're really good kids. You know, that's the thing about this team. You know, the last couple of years, there's always been a couple kids who've been really kind of frustrating at times. You always have to be on them and knowing everything they're doing. Seems like right now we have a really good team. A lot of really good guys. There hasn't been anybody really like that. So it's been a really good, fun group. They're easy to coach. They want to learn. So it's been a really good group of guys that we have.
I know it's football, and so intensity is like the number one thing everybody's all about. But what is it like, you know, being with your experience, managing different personalities, right? Quarterbacks can be head case guys because they got so much to think about. Other position players have their own issues. How do you handle all those personalities and make it one cohesive unit?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of learn, you know, obviously there's the personality, but also how different guys learn differently, right? You got to be able to treat guys, you know, some guys, you got to be on them, you know. That's the way to get them to do. You got to be on them all the time. And some other kids, you got to love them up a little more and try to take care of them and talk to them nicely and explain things really easily. And so it's always about learning kind of who your players are, how they learn, how they react to different things. Like for instance, Jordan, right? If you really get on him, he kind of goes down, you know, and then he'll kind of be bad for the next couple plays. So he's a kid that I kind of got to be a little easier with and talk to him a little softer. And so it's just something you got to learn with each player and how they react to certain things. And yeah, it's kind of like that.
Shot up.